Now, the rule of third is that it's a creative balance. It's not like a formal power balance. This one is more of a creative balance. So turn slightly. Something just slightly. So if you get him to talk like this, and now take the shot, I'm sure you'll have seen this kind of framing a lot of times. So you see him slightly turned to this side. Now, this is the rule of third. That is, you put him on one side, and then you put more space where he's looking than where he's backing. It's more of creative. So it looks like he could be potentially talking to someone. He could even be talking to the camera. Look into the lens of the camera. Yes. And then deliver your khutbah for it. Or tell me how has the Tinubu economy been affecting you? So you see that if I take him, the way he's slightly bent, look into the lens, the way he's slightly bent is a bit funny if I put him in the middle. But it can become a bit more natural if I put him aside. So just talk slightly off the lens, and then tell us, how this morning was. How did you get here this morning? You get the point. There are some conversations that are sweeter, that carry a lot more emotion when you put it on one side. It's less formal, and it can be, especially for a medium shot to a close-up shot. If you are moving from like medium to close-up, that rule of third can really, even in photography, you can really bring in a lot of emotion, a lot of strength by putting more space where the person is facing, where the flow. If it's something moving, if a car is moving, if you are taking the picture of a car that is moving in this, and you keep the car like 1/3 of the space as it's moving in this direction, it can really gives a lot of connection. So you can use that when you are recording a lecturer, when you are telling a story, when you are narrating experiences. You might want to use that rather than centralizing your shot. Widows, kind of things, you see them talking from one side, they will not put it in the middle. It also gives you chance to write things in the open space that you left. Yes, documentary will often have that, because that's the opportunity to show something, to write something, to make something flow from that other perspective. So that rule of third can be very powerful. So if your shot is well framed with respect to filling up the frame, filling up the frame is essentially saying, don't take a shot that wastes a lot of the frame. Filling up the frame is this. Don't take a shot. Don't say you want to take him and take this. If I want to snap him now doing something, don't take this and say it's him that you are taking. You can't tell me it's him. It's the whole class, it's this, it's that, every other thing, but don't tell me it's him as a professional. If it's him, then you need to give me a medium shot. You need to fill the frame with him up to 60% minimum of the frame. Let it be what you want to show, what the picture is supposed to sell. So if I'm saying this phone, I should not put this phone and say that phone on that phone. Which that phone? There is no that phone in this matter. If it's the phone you are trying to tell me, give me this shot. So fill up the frame with what you are snapping. If it's a tree that is very big, then it can be a wide shot. It's not like don't take a wide shot, but let the wide shot, what you are framing, be what you want to tell, not what you want to tell plus lots of wasted space, which is common, and people do it a lot because phones, before now you could not zoom. So when you just bring out your phone, you just take a picture. So if the person is far, You just take the person like that with so much space around the person. You should move close or switch to a zoom lens of the camera, but fill up your frame with what the message of the frame is. So if you have filled up the frame, you can now decide whether it is symmetrical or you are following the rule of third.